Welcome back to the channel and welcome to Woodland Splash. Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. So this is Hanging in the Holler. If you're new here, thank you for turning on my channel. I hope you subscribe by the end of this and give me a like. That would be great. You may realize that we are not in the holler today. We are actually in Pigeon Forge. We booked a getaway cabin and it is me and the boys and Chaz. Just us, just a family getaway. And I wanted it in the winter time because we love the mountains, Smoky Mountains. We love Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg. And it's been a little while since we've been here as a family, a couple years. And I've never vacationed anywhere during the winter month. The latest in the year we've ever went anywhere was October, and we actually went to Pigeon Forge at that time several years back. So it's been interesting. So this video is going to definitely let you know some things to be prepared for if you decide to take a vacation in the mountains in the wintertime. And you know, if a cabin is right for you, or if maybe you see this cabin and you like it and think, hey, I'd like to book that. So I'm going to go over all those things. But first, I want to give you a tour of our cabin. Now, granted, I should have done this when we arrived. We've already been here for, well, we got here yesterday. This is now Friday, and we got here on Thursday. So, yeah, I should have already done this. But we were just very excited to get here. This cabin actually has a pool. So the boys were thrilled about that. So when we arrived, it was basically throw the bags down, change into our swimming clothes, and that's where we went and stayed for the rest of the evening. So yeah, didn't get that done. But I'm going to give you, a soft landing, I guess, tour of this cabin and, let you know how family friendly it is. So we're going to start with our bedroom. So this particular unit has two bedrooms, one on the main floor when you come in, which is the master, which is ours, and then another upstairs. Now they both have king beds. It has a sleeper sofa in the living room, and there are bunk beds upstairs, which we'll show you, and that's where Garrett's sleeping. But let me just show you the room. Okay, so this wasn't made up exactly like this when we got here. I made the bed this morning. But this is basically just a sheet and a thinner comforter. But the temperature in this cabin, you can adjust for the bottom floor and for the top. So you can make it what you need to. So it's been very warm and comfortable down here. We're starting a pile of dirty clothes. But you got plenty of, storage space. And it does have a vacuum and room in there. I've been trying to keep things as tidy as we can. We have to bring a lot of stuff with us when we come on vacation. Unfortunately, due to the fact that our kids are special needs, and Garrett especially with his seizure disorder. Now, again, Levi has epilepsy as well, but has not had a seizure in several years. So he's considered seizure-free. Try saying that 5 times fast. But Garrett is not. You probably have seen some videos and stuff where I've talked about this and where he's had episodes. So when we travel, we pack a lot of stuff. So when I'm looking at a place for us to vacation, there are very specific things that I look for that probably other parents don't even pay attention to. One of those things is outlets. And how many do you have, especially around your bed or anything like that? Because we have to plug in and use the SAMI cam. That's the seizure monitor that we have for Garrett. So the camera goes with us everywhere. And so there's just a lot of extra things that they require for like sensory things and just a number of different things. We have to consider that when we're booking a cabin or a hotel or whatever we're doing. But I will show you this. So this is the bedside table. It's got some, you know, regular doors like you would find. It's a little bit difficult to work with, I've noticed. It's not a perfect setup. And this thing seems to be broken. So we haven't used it. And a lot of times we don't use, you know, the furniture. But there are outlets back here. There's one. This was just sitting here as a decoration. I actually moved it to the floor last night so we'd have space for the monitor. And I am working, so I had to have a charger and space for that. So there's our luggage bags. Again, we have a TV in here. We have an upright wardrobe. And this is where the extra blankets and stuff are kept. These are just some extra drawers. You know, it's very basic. But if you're like we are, you probably don't even use the furniture. You just live out the suitcase. Yeah. But if you like to use the dresser, you got a pretty good one right there. And there's another side table here with the same setup. And his drawers actually come out. So, but yeah, our little pills. These are excellent for when you want to travel to hold your meds. It's for whatever. Got these at Walmart. I've had them for a long time for any trips we take. Holds his medication. I got one by my bedside. Works really good. But we got your basic lamps. They are not USB. They're just your regular, you know, lamp. We do have an alarm clock. We are not using that for once. I don't have to have an alarm. So that's nice. Let me show you out here. Let me show you out here on our balcony. I think I turned the light on. Yeah, the light's on. So, here is our balcony. See here. Nice. Let me show you the view. I got some footage today that I'll plug in at some point in this video, I'm sure, of what it looks like in the daytime. But the road up here was windy, curvy, and so steep. So we are really high up in this mountain. And I just realized I didn't even say where we were. So this cabin is Woodland Splash. And it's a series on the American Patriot Getaways cabin rental company. And this is actually located in the Shagbark area. It's a resort. And like I say, I had no idea it was this high up. So yeah, it was quite a doozy coming up on this. It's supposed to be a 2-lane road, but you could barely fit one car on it. And there's no guardrails, and the edges just sort of drop off. So that was kind of scary. And we know Levi's afraid of heights, but we didn't really realize to what degree or what he's really afraid of. We thought it was, you know, like sky lifts and, you know, roller coasters, things like that. He likes who had a fit coming up here. And then when he got here and realized his room was upstairs, not on the main level, and he had to go upstairs, oh my goodness. So yeah, any other cabin we get in the future, he's going to have a bottom room. That's just how it is. So yeah, so this is basically the room. The TV has satellite, and you know, you can also do Roku and things like that. There's a good description on the website if you want to go check it out. Again, it's American Patriot Getaways. And this is Woodland Splash. This is the bathroom. We've already been here for a day, so it's a little, you know, lived in. We got trash in the cans and different things like that. But, you know, of course, they give you the toilet paper, an extra roll, and extra paper towels, just like all the other ones do. We got our little, you know, grooming bags and stuff out here. But this is the kind of sink that it has. This was clean when we got here, and it had these 2 little packs of soap. These are Dial brand soap. So we did open it up and put one in here. It does come with a hair dryer. It did not say that on... Oh, there's more soap in there. Didn't know that. But it does not say that on the website in the description of this cabin for its amenities. Bugs. But it does have one. So I brought my own. But there. Yeah, there's more toilet paper. There you go. It's got good water pressure. The shower's good. This is the shower. It's very basic. The water is hot. The pressure's okay. You got a little cranny there, nook and cranny for your shampoos and stuff. Regular toilet. We have to use these for the kids sometimes. So I did bring those. This is a window to the next cabin. We've been totally alone up here just until recently. So you do have some neighboring cabins around here, and you do have a nightlight. I think it's in both bathrooms, actually. So this is located on the bottom floor, or rather the main entryway. And again, that's a look back into there. Has a ceiling fan. I will say this bed was very hard, and I really miss my bed back home. Levi's bed is the same. The king beds are really firm, kind of hard. Garrett's bed, however, is a pillow of softness. So I don't know what the deal is there. You got a little side table. And again, there's a light here. I just got turned off. There's the road that comes up there. And tomorrow in the daytime, I can show you more what that looks like. Because I will give you a full review of everything when we pack up and leave. But this is the kitchen. And it walks into here from our bedroom. And you've got this side table here. You can eat as a bar setup. We got our coats and stuff stuffed in there right now because there's no place to hang your jackets, which is a new thing. Again, never vacationing in the wintertime, never thought about, if you have a coat, where you're going to hang it. So, we just found a place to stuff them. But that does have 4 bar stools. And on this bar stool, you have mats that you can set up if you're going to eat. But if you do that, you're probably going to have to move all these things, these decorations, and they ask you not to move this. This is actually a neat little information board. It's digital. It changes, the information on it. So, yeah, there it goes. And they give you the Wi-Fi password and everything, too, for when you come, because it does have Wi-Fi. There is this book that talks about, the Smoky Mountains, emergency numbers, different things like that. Just the basic information anybody would need, especially if they're not from around here or if they've never vacationed with them before. You have that. We got our boggins. And they got it decorated, as you can see. A tree in the corner and the stockings up there. So I don't know if that's like that year round with the tree or if this is still decorated for Christmas. It didn't say it was decorated for Christmas, so I really don't know. Again, some more surprises. So this fireplace works off of a timer. We don't have it going right now because it's warm enough in here, but I will show you. And it's really nice in here when the lights are dim. Let me just show you. Nice. Very cozy. So that's what the fireplace looks like. You got plenty of light up the stairs here. And again, this is the sofa bed. It comes out. We have not actually looked at it, so I don't know what condition it's in. But there is a sofa bed there. Then you have the door that goes out to the balcony, and I'll just show you that tomorrow. There's a beautiful sunset. You got your regular trash. Don't know what happened while the lid's up. We got some bottled water that we brought. You got a good storage there. And you got your freezer. We just got some odds and ends things. We got some Papa John's today for supper. It's supposed to be a chance of some winter weather, so we kind of prepared for our evening in. You got plenty of the cabinet spaces that you need, and it comes with all your basics. That's just above there. You got your cups, you got your plates. That's good. We brought some food with us, so we got things up there, breakfast food, snacks, quick lunches. You got the dishwasher, which I'm about to utilize to wash the dishes from today. And you got some good space in here, and of course it does come with your finished tablets, but I did bring Cascade just in case. It also provides you with these little sample sizes of dish liquid. It's Palmolive, in case you want to hand wash anything. I've used it for some cleaning purposes in the bathrooms and things like that as well. And this was open when we came, and I don't know if that was to keep the pipes from freezing or what, but we did bring an extra roll of toilet paper and towels, just in case we ended up being here longer than we anticipated, because we're supposed to leave on Sunday, but they also give you the extra rolls as well. And apparently there's a lot of extra soap. And again, this is all your basic cabinet spaces. They provide you, of course, with a Keurig, coffee machine, coffee maker, toaster, and this is all the kids' medications. And we got his pad charging. But we got bowls, plates up here, things like that. It's got all your basic utensils that you need. We don't have a muffin pan, as one thing I brought for breakfast was to make muffins. So we don't have one, but we do have grilling stuff. We have sheet pans, casserole dishes, things like that, but no muffin pan. And then there's all your pots and pans and regular stuff here. Then you got some bigger pots in there. So you could even do a turkey right there if you wanted to. And you got your linens there you need, pot holders, dish towels, things like that, and chopping boards. So again, that's the setup of the kitchen. It's a glass top. It worked pretty good this morning with breakfast. Then you also have on your island, you got 2 spaces that you could have somebody sitting and eating. So in total, you can fit 6 people here to eat. More on the furniture if you need to do that. So that's a rundown of the living room kitchen space. And again, it's decked out, you know, real nice. Got that cabiny, mountainy feeling going on. We've enjoyed our stay so far. But there are some things we've seen and we noticed, and just different things that I will comment on and talk about at the end of our video after we're fully stayed. But I will show you the upstairs and then we'll go downstairs. Garrett loves the sliding stairs. He's never been in a place with stairs. So he has enjoyed them to no end, just sliding up and down them because we've been here. But anyway, I came up the steps. And so this is where he is sleeping. Again, he was just on his bed and he was watching his TV shows. And again, this bed is extremely comfortable. It has a little lamp back here that you turn off and on right there. It took me forever to find it. In fact, I had to be shown where it was. Here's some dirty socks. And then you got an upper bunk with the ladder. So since there's no place up here to store any of Garrett's clothes, and his little bag was jam-packed, couldn't get nothing out of it, I just decided to lay his clothes out up here, and we're using that as a storage area. That goes into the room Levi's staying in. So this is the bathroom up here. It's got the same setup as downstairs. I ain't going to open everything up, but you can see there isn't a hairdryer in here. It's only in the main. But you got your hand towel, got some decoration on the wall. You got a light over the shower area, and I have that in the downstairs one as well. And again, whoop, you got your hot and cold situation. It's good pressure up here. And the same little setup as downstairs. So everything's pretty much copycatted. This is the shower. And a tub. Pretty basic. That's their swim trunks. They're trying to dry a little bit. One thing I'll say about these toilets is they were like this when we came. I don't know what the problem is, but both toilets are that way. This is a window that looks back towards the other side, to the other cabins up there.
Well, I thought those maybe our neighbors.
Yep, those are our neighbors.
Those cabins.
And this is...
Up there, down there.
Yep. So this is the other bedroom. Levi, what do you think about this bedroom?
I like it. I promise.
Except for the fact that it's upstairs.
Yeah. I do not like it when it is upstairs.
There is an outlet back there behind his dresser, or his nightstand rather, but for some reason he decided to plug that in there, but that's fine. You got a ceiling fan just like downstairs. And there's a balcony out there, which I'll show you guys tomorrow.
That's full.
It did have those little night lights that was in here and in the hallway out there where the bunks are, but he took those out when he got up here. And it opens back out to there. So there's his stuff. Same thing. There are blankets and extras of stuff in here. He's got his dresser just like downstairs. There's a lot of similarities with the furniture. They kept everything pretty much the same. Again, a king bed. Kind of hard, but he said he slept okay. He mainly slept on that one side. He never used the other side. He had hookups where he did his Nintendo Switch and everything like that. He brought a portable DVD player. There is a DVD player here, but it's only for the main living room area TV. And this is a closet. If you want to use it, I think it's got a pair of pants in there. There's some more blankets. And there was bedding for the pull-out sofa bed downstairs too. And little nightstand, again, the same scenario. One thing I find interesting is there's no Gideon Bibles, because we've stayed in cabins before that did have the Gideon Bibles in there. But I don't think this one has any. Again, the same lamps as downstairs, so there's no USBs. And just some interesting artwork. Great Smoky Mountains, and it's a train. I like that up there, talking about the trails. So, and then over here we got a bear on the wall. So, I mean, it's nicely decorated, not overly done.
Hey Mom, I think this will get out, and then I think this will leave me alone.
Wow. Okay, so that was basically the whole upstairs other than the balcony. So I will show you the downstairs and the pool room and the hot tub next. Okay, so I've just come down the steps. It's a little later in the evening. It's actually about, well, it's about 9:15. Finally got the kids to bed and everything. So I wanted to come down here and show you all the game room area. This also is part of the cabin setup. So we got NBA Jam. It just has the basketball. And then this one is Pac-Man, Galactica, and I think like 2 or 3 other games. So the kids have had fun with that. You got a table down here. It has 4 stools. We did pull some of the stools over for the games. And some of these things are not even attached. So there are some things we're definitely going to talk about at the end of this video. But again, some Smoky Mountain decor. A giant TV down here. Pool table. Just your basic sofa. This is not a pull-out bed. There's a locked area here. We don't know what's behind there. I would say probably some cleaning products. This is your washer dryer setup. I've been doing laundry this evening, trying to catch up on some of the clothes. I did bring my own wash powders and things. You got an ironing board. I'm not sure where the iron is. I think it's in one of the closets. But your dryer's here, and I've got a load in there. And this is your washer. And there's a load in there. It needs to go up there. But it all is set up here. You have your washer set up here and your dryer set up over there. It took me a little bit to figure out what went where, but once I got it, it was not hard at all. There's a door that goes out on this bottom deck, and that's where the hot tub is, over here in this corner. And again, I'll show you the balconies tomorrow in the daylight. We'll show you the pool room. The pool room door is password protected, so that way you don't have to worry about kids or anybody coming in here without your supervision. So that's really good. Plus, there is a lock that way if you want to keep it unlocked for maybe older kids or adults, but then not to have children come in. So that's good. Also, it will ring. There's a pool alarm that you can set, so if somebody gets in when they ain't supposed to, it will alarm upstairs for you as well. Okay, so this is the pool room. We still got some of our swim trunks and stuff in here. We just sort of left them. But this is the pool lights, which is very nice. And this, of course, is the light for the room. You do have a buoy. It is not a toy, it states, but there's a buoy if you need it. That is your heater in here. It's set on 80. This is a heated pool. It's not hot, but it is heated. It's tolerable. You just kind of get used to it. It's probably about, we're guessing it's about 4.5 feet. It's definitely not 5 feet, but it's over Garrett's head, so it's about 4.5 feet is what we're assuming. You can see it has step-ins here, so there is a little bit shallower area where the steps are, but as soon as you step off that last one, it goes straight into the 4.5 foot, the rest of the pool length. This is the alarm that's supposed to alert you if somebody gets in when they're not supposed to. And then this, of course, is the chlorine floaty. You got some chairs in here. That door you can't get in. I guess that's the pool equipment room. This is your thermostat, but no matter what we put it on, it seems to stay. So, or at least that's what it appears. I'm not sure. I don't think that controls the heat in the pool. It just controls that over there. So I'm not sure what the actual pool heat is. But like I say, it's tolerable. And if it was warmer months, this would probably be very, very comfortable. But, you know, being winter time, it's okay. We didn't freeze to death. But would we like it to have been warmer? Absolutely. But we had fun nonetheless. We've enjoyed this pool a lot. Earlier, my hair was a wreck because we'd been in the pool. So I was dealing with that. But we spent a lot of time down here. So this is the pool room. And again, there's a door that goes out here as well. So if you want to access the hot tub and the deck from the pool room, which is a good idea, you can do that. So actually, since the light on, I will show you. There's some chairs out here. There's some that are broken, but you do have some chairs out here and an exit way. And there's the hot tub, and there's some more cabins out and about. But I will show you more of this in the daylight. Lock her back up. And of course, to make sure this door is locked, all you do is hit the lock button and it will lock itself back. And if you want to have extra, you can always lock this. I've been doing that and it's driving Travis crazy, so I won't do it again. Okay, so I've got this laundry to handle, so I'll take care of that. And then I will see you guys again in the morning and show you some more of what it looks like outside. And if we get any snow tonight, there's a possibility of some winter snow. It said higher elevations over 2,500 feet, I think it was. And I think we sit around about 13, somewhere around there. So hopefully we don't get any snow, because again, the in and out of here is quite steep, kind of treacherous. But so far it's been good. So if we do maybe just a little dusting or an inch just to make it look pretty, and that'll be enough. But we'll see you in the morning. I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so it's actually the next day, y'all. So here is our outside deck here on the top level, or the main level. Up there is the deck to Levi's room, and I'll show you that. Down there is the lower deck, and we will get to that in a minute. Here is the charbroil gas grill. Travis is going to make us some cheeseburgers tonight. He's just cleaning her up, getting her ready. Not bad. Propane comes with it. It's a beautiful day today. And we didn't get any weather last night, so it couldn't have been better. Got Garrett playing with some slime. Ew. Slime. Okay. Here is the balcony from the top bedroom. Gives you a really good view. Any spot out here, really. You can see down here.
Oh, you at the top?
Yeah. To the other balcony area. Whoa. And I see what you mean about being straight down. And these steps don't really go anywhere except down as an exit. So that's what they're utilized for, as an emergency exit. And y'all don't know if you can hear it or not, but there's some construction going on up there, some of those other cabins. So beautiful. And here is the bottom deck. Again, you still have the same viewpoints no matter which floor you happen to be on. And you got the table, chair. This is that emergency exit. This is the hot tub. It's been very relaxing, very enjoyable. And I think right now it's at 104 degrees. So, and And it's not near as cold today as it was when we first got here. So today is a good day for hot tubbing. Now let's go out this way. There we go. And we'll do a walk around and I'll show you the rest of the cabin. Like I say, haven't seen any bear. I'm still looking. There's another door. Of course, that's probably for maintenance and things. Can't access that. Here's the side view. Looking up. I gotta get something out of the car anyways. I like these shutters. You have motion lights. I was out here last night briefly and every little move I made, they would come on. So they work really good. This is the front. Here's your driveway in. Again, this road is a steep one, and trying to pull in, you can pull in, but we would suggest that you try to back in. That's going to be a lot easier for you trying to get out. Check out the view over there. This is a pretty cabin too. This one is by Summit Cabin Rentals and it's called Moonshine Mountain Lodge. Moonshine Mountain Lodge. It's pretty too. I'm coming up here and you see all these, you want to kind of go online and check them all out. So here's the front view. Nice. Look at this sunset, Garrett. Isn't it pretty? Nice. I actually got neighbors now. We was completely alone on this mountain yesterday. It's kind of nice knowing there's other people up here now. Nice. Yeah, we got people to the left and the right of us. Now, we're down in that valley somewhere. So this is way up here. But it is beautiful. I'm sure it is very lovely in the spring or summer. Nice. Hey, it's a couple of days after, so it's me and Travis here, and we're
It's
gonna.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah, it is actually Valentine's Day, so happy Valentine's Day. But I've been a little busy since we got back from vacation, so we want to take this opportunity to talk about the cabin and our pros and cons, likes and dislikes, and things that we felt could have made it better or would have been an easier stay to stay there. So we talked about some of this before. So do you remember any right off the top of your head? No? Okay. So some things that I recall is it'd been nice to have had a shower mat to throw down in the floor. A lot of cabins or hotels we've stayed in before have had like the little step-on mat that looks like a towel, but it's actually a mat to put in the floor in front of your shower so you don't get your floor wet. So that would have been nice to have. The light downstairs into the game room was kind of difficult to get to. You had to basically come all the way down and around the table to turn that light on in there. So that made it a little difficult, but overall that wasn't too bad. One thing we did decide on was that all the remotes really should have fresh batteries in them, because there were some that didn't, so that was an issue. So the beds, the mattresses were very firm, very hard.
The king beds.
The king beds, yeah. Garrett's bed was fantastic.
Yeah.
But yeah, the king beds were really rough to sleep on. In fact, we actually missed our, what we call our junkie mattress, because it was actually more comfortable than these beds. So that was something. But if you like firm, hard beds, then you would love these. So that was definitely a kill factor there. So another thing was the pool was not marked with the depth of how deep the water was, so we didn't know when we booked it how deep it actually was. So we did learn it's probably about 4.5 feet, just based off how it lands on us and how it landed on Garrett. So it would have been nice to know that there wasn't any shallower depth area except right when you first step in the pool. So that would have been nice to know. The pool sticks, a couple of them are broken. Either like the bottom would fall off, or
Tips was missing.
tips missing. Yeah.
Not enough chalk.
Yeah, it was like a piece of broken leftover chalk cube. But still, you could play pool. So I mean, but if you actually had more than 2 people, somebody probably wouldn't have a proper cue stick. See what else? There's a few other little things. Oh, the front door, yeah, we kind of got trapped inside there at one time right before we left because we couldn't get the lock to open. It's a bolted lock that you bolt on the inside, and it wouldn't turn. And Travis had to mess and push till he finally got it to I guess, line up, and it would finally unlock. So we thought we was going to have to go out the back and shimmy down and come around because we couldn't get out the front door. But that only happened towards the end, so that wasn't too bad. We didn't have issues with it otherwise all through the stay. So another thing was the toilets in all the bathrooms.
Falling off.
The seats were falling off.
Couldn't tighten them. Strip.
Yeah, so we don't know what that was about. I mean, you could still use them, but you was afraid if you sat down, you was gonna slide right off and it's gonna break with you. So yeah, not sure on that one. Oh, and whoever stays upstairs above you, you want that to be somebody that's fairly quiet or light-footed, because you will hear everything. Any steps they make, you hear it. So it's sort of like being in an apartment in that sense. You hear everything going on above you. So yeah, keep that in mind. But otherwise, it was a pretty good stay. The fireplace was nice, a nice addition. I thought the living room furniture was fairly comfortable.
Views is great.
Yeah, beautiful views. Not bad at all. It is. We did learn that apparently it's not like fully maintained. The road is like you would expect in town, but they do apparently plow. Somebody plows it if there's weather.
They don't salt it.
Yeah, apparently they must not salt it, but also at the same time we learned too while we were staying that salt was not available locally in any of the retail stores, and hadn't been for like 2 weeks. So I don't know. So definitely keep that in mind, and you might want to check ahead when you're looking at a place, and maybe call the cabin company or the Verbo, whatever it is, and ask what the elevation is or how high up you got to go to get there, because I couldn't tell that by the booking, and when I called they didn't mention it. I didn't think to ask, but it was way up there. You see in my video you know, some of the height in the road. So that would have been good to know, because like I say, we know Levi has the fear of heights, but we're still learning how extensive that is. So if we book a cabin again, we know to stay lower down the mountain. But yeah, so those are some things to look into. And you might want to possibly pack you some rock salt or a small shovel or something like that, in the event that you do come across a part on your journey to your cabin that you might have to dig yourself out, or you know, whatever, because we figured that's what we were going to have to do. But luckily the temperature did warm up enough that it started melting off, so we didn't have to worry as much. But some definite things to remember if you're looking at booking in the winter time. But like I say, overall pretty good, enjoyed it, and I'd do it again. Okay, so that's our review on Woodland Splash out of Pigeon Forge area. It was booked under American Patriot Getaways, so you can go to their website and look it up by the cabin name and check it out more if you'd like, if you're interested, or look at their other ones. Like I say, I got a really good deal for like a Winterfest promotion, where so many cabins for so many days were half off the total price. So that was really good. So otherwise probably couldn't have done that type of cabin stay. But hopefully this is helpful to you. If it is, give me a like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.